So it's middle grow bag Laura here, and I just thought on this cold February day we might take a little tour around my glass house and see what's stirring. So coming down the steps here, the first thing we come across are the little snowdrops. This is Galanthus niveus flora plana. And so if we look underneath their skirts, we can see they've got lots of lovely little petticoats under there. And a lovely scent. I always dig up a few and have them in a pot in here, just so I can get nice and close to them and get their lovely scent. Up above, we have the gin and tonic plant. So called because when you rub your hands down through it and smell it, you get a real whiff of gin and tonic. It's just starting to flower. I think it's related to citruses and has a lovely little scented white flower. And then up above it here, a little experiment. I'm growing Clematis armandii in my glass house. And I know lots of people can grow it outside, but I can't. I might even be into double figures for the number of plants I've bought and have died. So this time I'm trying it in a big pot in the glass house. And it's doing well. So swinging around here, it's one of my lemon trees, doing very well. Here we have my Amaryllis, black pearl, or red pearl sometimes it's called, just hitting their stride. I know they should have been in flower for Christmas, but there we are, we're enjoying them now. And then just walking over here to my little table. So we've got red, we've got white, red and blue. Nice patriotic colour scheme going here. I thought we'd give the Queen a little bit of support in her platinum year. Goodness knows she needs it. So these are just some little Primulas that I bought from a garden centre around Christmas time. I don't know if I can show you, Ever the Botanist. Some of these are pin. So can you see with these, we've just got the little pistil there sticking up prominently above in the centre, which is the female organ receiving pollen. Whereas others are what we call thrum. So with the thrum ones, let's get close in here, you don't see the central stamen, you just see a ring of anthers bearing the pollen. And so this, so can we see? So that's a pin, whereas that one just coming through is a thrum. And that's just a clever way that primroses have of ensuring cross-pollination so that they get the mix of genes to go forward. These are my Helibores. This one is Cinnamon Snow. This one over here is Merlin. And I have to say, I bought these dirt cheap from a well-known hardware store who had them outside. They hadn't watered them for weeks and they were all wilted. They thought they were dying, but I just knew they needed a good soak overnight and they've all bounced back. So I wouldn't normally have such extravagant Helibores, but they were a bargain. And just starting here, I've got a little Catherine Hodgkins in a pot. I do grow these in the garden as well, but actually it's just very nice to have them close up like this so you can see all the detail without having to go out in the freezing cold. Apart from that, we've just got a few more plants overwintering, waiting for their chance to shine. This is a little Banksia just going over now. But actually, come on, top marks to this Tibucina up here that has been flowering all winter, keeping our spirits up. And the Aeoniums have all decided to run up to flower. So here's one throwing up a flower spike. I don't know that one's name, but this one is definitely Schwarzkopf, a very famous one. You can see its dark purple leaves. Throws up these huge flower spikes. And as you know, they're monocarpic, so that particular limb will die after flowering. But there are lots of others still going. And I think this final one over here, I think this is called blushing beauty that often throws up a flower spike at this time of the year. Just along here, another little project. I've potted up some of my geranium Madurense seedlings that were cropping up in other pots. They always look a bit ropey, but I never cut off the lower stems because they sort of bend down and become sort of architectural prop groups for the enormous flower head that develops. So they always do look a bit ropey as they're growing, but you forgive them all that next year when they throw up that huge flower spike. So back around again. I think of just one final plant of interest down here, which is a lovely early flowering Camellia down here. That cheers the heart. So that's my little tour around, and I hope it's brought you just a little bit of cheer on a very damp January day. Bye.